Dear international students, I hope you are well and staying safe. A very good afternoon from UK. As you know, obviously, every week we are bringing our partner representative that speak directly with you and they give you the right information, what's going on in the global education. Today's session is very, very important for all students who want to apply through Pathways. Obviously, maybe you're not sure about what is Pathways. So I have very distinguished guest of mine, Muhammad Asad Mumtaz. He's Senior Regional Sales Manager in Pakistan. And he will be telling you, obviously, if you have any question, please make sure you leave in the comment section. And once we will finish our discussion, we'll go through each and every single question that you have in the comment section. So, Asad, by first of all, many, many congratulations on your recent promotion as a senior regional sales manager.
Thank you so much, Said Bhai. I am really honored and thank you for introducing me. And yes, G, again, it is a recent promotion. And now I am working in a capacity of senior regional manager for Oxford International. So it's more than 4 years now. It's almost 4 years now. I'm working with this institute, and we are the pathway providers, leading pathway providers in Pakistan. So
Excellent.
again, thank you so much for inviting me to this webinar, and I am very much sure that this will be very beneficial and informational for the students.
Excellent. So, all my audience and viewers, please make sure you leave your question in the comment section. And Asad, he's not only our business partner, he's more than our brother and friend as well. He has very vast experience in international education. So you can say maybe over 1 decade. He has worked with the different higher education providers while staying in Pakistan. So, Asad, by first of all, please introduce your role. Okay, I mean, what normally support you provide to all the potential student and the approved agencies, and then obviously we would like to know कि ये pathways ये क्या है Oxford International Education Group है क्या ये.
Sure, Saidwi, thank you so much. So first of all, let me tell you briefly about my experience. It's more than 12 years now in the market. I started my journey from British Council, and it was a 4-year journey at Council. I worked for University of Hertfordshire for 3.5 years. I am working here with Oxford for 4 years now. I worked for the local institutes like Superior Group of Colleges in Pakistan. I worked there for 1.5 year. So it's a journey of 10 to 12 years now, and Alhamdulillah, it's going fine so far. So when it comes to the pathway providers or my role specifically, so I am working in a capacity of senior regional sales manager, and being the senior manager. So it is my responsibility to engage myself or our group with our premium and prestigious partners, and to address their queries, to address their applications, and again, to help them, support them in trainings, in addressing that, what is the pathway providers, that what are the options they can offer to their students, either they want to go for undergrad or postgrad programs. So majorly we work for the undergrad programs as the pathways works. So we at Oxford International normally offer a wide range of undergrad programs for the students who wants to go and study abroad for their undergrad, to pursue their career for their undergrad degree programs. So for Oxford International, this is a pathway providers basically from the UK. We are UK based company, UK based pathway providers, and we are now expanding. We have now expanded our business to Australia, Canada, and North America as well. So majorly, as I told you, that we are from the UK. So we have 7 universities on panel around the UK, and these universities including University of Kent International College. We have University of Greenwich in London. We have University of Bradford. It's in Bradford. We have De Montfort University. It's in Leicester, which is near to Manchester. We have Bangor University in Wales. We have Dundee, it is Scottish top ranked university. We have Dundee on panel, and we have last but not the least, it is Edinburgh Napier University in Scotland. So these are 7 institutes we have on panel, and we do offer different different options, different programs, degree programs for the undergrad students. What is the pathway? I would like to explain in little detail about the pathway. What is the pathway and how the pathway works? So ideally, pathways is a bridge between a student and the direct university in a simple ways, in a simple line, in a simple way. It's just a bridge between a student and the direct university where the student is not meeting the direct entry requirements to the university, right? So right, ideally the students who are going who wants to apply to the UK for their undergrad programs, and if they're having a very kind of a low percent if they're not meeting the direct entry requirements in terms of their percentage in their intermediate programs or OA levels, and in terms of their English requirements. So if someone is not meeting these two entry requirements, so they are the pathways who provide them a pathway to pursue their education to the university via pathway colleges. So this is the pathway. This is what the pathway doing, and that is how pathway works. So we do offer different programs, different range of programs for the students, and it includes 4 years degree program, it includes 3 year degree program, it includes single year degree program as well. So these are the different options we do offer to our students for undergrad program.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Hassan. So obviously you mentioned that those students who don't qualify directly for the mainstream universities, then obviously Oxford International is one of the way that they can get the student in for the foundation year or year one, and then they
Yeah,
can go to the mainstream university. Now,
very
I
true.
have seen here in the UK, there are so many universities that also provide foundation leading to bachelor program. Let's go, normally we call the ICAS, yeah. So, how you feel Oxford International as competitive with the mainstream university? Even for example, if someone has low marks, they can go to the university as well, complete the foundation year, and then they can move to the progression for the bachelor program direct with the university without taking any support from the pathways. So,
Mhm.
in these scenarios, like why students should choose Oxford International, I mean, how you guys are different and unique for students as compared to mainstream unis.
Okay, right. So when it comes to the different programs we offer for the students, so there are two type of programs I would like to mention, and I would like to explain for you and for the understanding of my students. At Oxford International, we offer two kind of programs. One is one number one program, we call it the International Foundation Year or Single Foundation Year Entry Program, or we can call it the level three degree program, or a standalone CAS. So this is one kind of a program we do offer in three of our centers. Number one is Kent International College. Number two is Bradford International College, and number three is Edinburgh Napier University International College. So this is the one kind of program where a student can go and study for only 1 year, and after completing that 1 year, he can pursue to any other university of his choice for his undergrad degree program, which is obviously for 3 years in the UK. But when it comes to the ICAS, as you said, ICAS is basically, we call it integrated CAS, we can call it joint CAS, we can call it combined CAS, and we can call it level 6 degree program. So we do offer this program as well at all of our centers. And in this program, in the further division, we do offer the programs for the 4 years and for the 3 years, right? So how and why we are from 3 years program? And again, if we are from 3 years program, so how a student who is eligible for the direct entry to the university, so how and why he should choose Oxford International? Just wait for a second. Okay, so in this scenario, when it comes to the 4 years program, so okay, the 4 year program is for the students who are normally having a low percentage in their intermediate or HSC programs, which should be minimum, or which is minimum 50%. And if somebody has a 50% percentage in his intermediate and HSC, he can easily go and apply through Oxford International to any of the 7 universities I just mentioned, right? So these are 7 universities we have on panel, and a student can go and again can complete his degree in 4 years. Like if a student, like, You better know, Sahid bhai, that different universities, normal universities, the requirement is 70% in the UK for their undergrad programs. So
Yeah,
what when
that's
I am saying, yeah, when I am saying it is 50%, so with just 50% marks in intermediate or HSSC, any student, if he wants to go and study in these seven universities, he can choose Oxford International to pursue his degree, right? So what the student do in this program, that he study his first year in the college, which is basically the university college, which is within the vicinity and within the premises of the university. So this is the again, the college is the university college. So our all colleges are embedded, right? And these colleges are the university colleges. So the student will study his first year in the college, which is within the within the capacity of the university. And again, after completing that first year, he will be progressing to the year one of the direct of the university. Like it would be the we consider it would be the year one, the first year of the university, and then he will be completing his 3 years degree in the university, and he will be getting the complete degree in 4 years, right? So this is for the student who is having the 50% marks, and he can go again for this degree program. But again, number two, which is very important, it is the IELTS and English requirements. So for this program, IELTS requirements are again not like the requirements which are required for the direct entry. So for this program, the IELTS requirement is very minimum, which is just 5.5 overall and 5.5 in each component. Student needs to take 5.5 out of 9, and again, with the minimum of 50%, he can pursue his degree in any of these seven universities. So this is the 4-year degree program we offer at all of our centers. Now, coming to the second point, which is year one entry program, right? So this is the program we normally offer to the students who are, having a comparatively higher percentage in their HSSC or their O levels or their A levels. So ideally, in HSSC, if somebody has 55% marks in their intermediate, and again with the same marks, which is 5.5 overall in each, he can pursue in any of the center for his degree program in the 3 year with the 3 year duration, right? So now ideally we are targeting the students with 55% and above, which should be around 60% and upwards. So we can cater all those students to come and apply through us and to complete their degree in just 3 years, right? So now these students with the 55% and 60% are competing with the students who are getting the 70% marks and who are meeting the direct entry requirements, right? So ideally, those candidates with a higher percentage, they are completing their degree in 3 years, and the students who are proceeding through us, they can also complete their degree in 3 years programs. So this is the advantage for the students with a comparatively lower percentage, so that they can easily complete their degree in 3 years.
Excellent. So you mentioned about the obviously embedded colleges with the mainstream universities. If I talk about Kent International College, so if I'm not wrong, the student will be getting exactly the same facilities. They will be studying
Okay.
under the
Yes,
you can say the shadow of the university facilities.
you're right.
Their lecturer, everything will be the same. It's
Okay.
just like the difference how the students are actually entering into the study mode. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Very true. So let me elaborate this into further detail. That why as the how or what is the difference between if the student is going through Oxford International, or if the student is going through the direct university entry program. So the student who is coming through Oxford International into 3 years degree program or the 4 years degree program, which is international year zero or international year one, he will be studying within the university premises. Number one, like if like there are two buildings in the university, so one building is for just hold for a second. यार ये excuse me. So I'm at my home, so that is the point. So again, if the student is going for a 3 years 4 years degree program, and he is applying through the Oxford International, the student will be definitely studying within the university, within the premises of the university. As I told you, that one building is for the college and one building is for the university students. That is the difference only. All those buildings are within the university premises. So again, he is from the very first day, he is a student from the university. He will be enjoying the facilities of the university students, right? Number three, for the students who are applying for the direct degree program. Number three, I am now addressing to these students, those students who are directly eligible for the university programs. But even this offer is available and valuable for them as well to pursue their degree for the 3 years via pathways. How and why? Because in the university classes, you better know that in the university the number of students are, the class strength is comparatively higher. A student who is coming from Pakistan to the UK, he is studying in the class of 60 to 70 students. But when it comes to the pathway classes, this is more specific. This is more focused on the studies. And again, the maximum number of students is around 20, 12, 15 to 20 students. That's it. So again, so he will be studying in the class of 20 students, where every student is getting attention from the teacher. We also provide a facilitator to the students who are guiding students and helping students in their daily studies, and again in making the assignments as well. We also offer extra courses, extra module of the English language, where a student can again get a good grip on their language skills, and again he can groom. Again, there are some of the modules or courses where a student can learn about the culture in the UK, and what is the culture of UK. And again they these kind of modules, they also help the students to engage themselves more closely into the culture, and again to make them comfortable, and again to make them more confident, to make them more flexible, and more spoken when it comes to the communication between the student and the teacher. So all these are the facilities which a student can get when he is choosing the pathway for their 4 year or 3 years degree program.
Excellent. Sir, yours obviously Oxford International. The name is very, very impressive. Does it happen
Yeah.
sometimes the students are confused? The Oxford International is the part, you can say the part of Oxford University.
Okay,
Huh?
it's a good question, Saisab. Normally, when we attend different expos in Pakistan, and this is the very first question I got from the students, that are you from the Oxford University? So no, we are not from the Oxford University. You better know. And again, for the clarity of our students, for Oxford University, you better know that Oxford University don't have any representative in Pakistan. And again, if you want to go and apply for the Oxford University, you need to apply by yourself. Though yes, your consultant, your agent, your counselor can help you to get the admission, but again you need to apply by yourself. And again, you have a very good and very strong kind of a profile to apply for this Oxford and Cambridge universities. Again, you can't apply after intermediate to these universities. Obviously, you need to go for the A levels program, and again you need to have a very strong profile with the extracurricular activities. And again, if you have a very good and strong CV, then you can apply for these universities. And these universities don't have any representative in the Pakistan. But again, yes, when it comes to the Oxford International, so it is not Oxford University, it is Oxford International Education Group. It's a pathway provider. And again, I normally explain to students that we are not the university, we're the pathway providers, and we are dealing with these 7 universities which I already mentioned in the UK. And again, if you want to go and study for your undergrad programs, so you can choose any of these 7 universities. And again, for your information, and for mine, not for your information but for my students information, that all these universities are very good and very high ranked universities. Kent, University of Kent, as you know, is a very high ranked university. We better know that the Kent it's in Canterbury, and we call it the Garden of the UK. It is nearest to London. And you can find a very kind of a Gora culture in Kent. You better know that the pure Goras you can find there, and again you can enjoy that culture as well. So this is the university, and again it's the upper middle tier university. It's not the lower middle tier university. So it's a very good university for their business program, for their law programs. And again, when it comes to it's near to London. But as it is near to London, but it is outside London, so it is good for the students to go and choose this university because of their living expense, because they need to show less living expenses or low living expenses as compared to inside London. So this is again a benefit for them. to show a kind of a less bank statement, if we compare it to London. Number two, we have Greenwich. It's in London. It's a very good university. It's inside London. It's a campus-based university. So normally, it is very hard to find a pure campus-based university inside London. So again, this is the edge we have. We have Greenwich on panel. Bradford. It's in Bradford. Bradford is mini Pakistan. We call it Bradistan. Being kind of a what is my inspiration for this for to like Bradford is that Imran Khan was the vice chancellor for this university. This is the second greatest campus in the world. The accommodation, the on-campus accommodation is amazing. It is amazingly cheap at Bradford. A student can easily find the part-time job. Bangor is it's in Wales. Wales is a very good option for the students who want to really study their psychology, their law, their business. So Wales is a very good option. It's amazing, amazing, amazing campus. The building is like it is hell of amazing building. And what I know that I think a part of Harry Potter has also been I think a shooting was connected there at Bangor. So Bangor is amazing. It's in Wales, and we are covering that Wales option as well. We have De Montfort University. I forgot. It's in Leicester, and Leicester is nearest to Manchester. Leicester is itself it's a very good town where can easily get the part-time work opportunities. And De Montfort is a very famous among Pakistani students as well. Dundee, it is the top fourth university in the Scotland. It's top 20th university in the UK. It is again a campus-based university in Dundee. Dundee, it's a beautiful town in Scotland. So Dundee is very famous for its nursing. Dundee is very famous for its business programs. Dundee is very famous for its law programs as well, engineering programs. So Dundee is an amazing option for the students who only want to study study their degree in a very prestigious university from the Scotland. Number five and last, number seven and last, it is Edinburgh Napier University. Edinburgh Napier University is amazing. It is amazing. It is in Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland. Edinburgh is, we call it a city of dukes as well. The city of festivals as well. The second biggest festival in the world, which is Fringe Festival, I think. So it is basically not. It's not. It normally conducted in Edinburgh, and Edinburgh Napier is a very good option for the students who want to go study in an area which is a very lively area. Being as I told you, that is a city of festivals. So there is not an issue for any student to go and get the job throughout the year. So it is again a very, 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 very competitive edge. The last thing which I would like to mention about Edinburgh Napier, that when it comes to the Edinburgh Napier, a student who is under 20 or 22 years, I think so. So he will get a card from the university, and his traveling is free of cost within the Edinburgh Napier, within Edinburgh. So it is amazing. It is amazing opportunity for students to to avail the chance of free traveling within the city. So all the other benefits from all of our centers, I briefly just explained you about. So this is what we are offering to the students.
Excellent. Obviously, you mentioned about all your center, and we can proudly say that I think, except Wales, that the Bangor's one, we have students in all centers.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I personally visited, obviously, the 3-4 center I have. I have visited Demerford, Kent International,
That's great.
2 weeks before I was over there. One of our students just came now. So even the last year one, the couple of students who enrolled, they have given very, very positive feedback. Believe me, that they say it's
Perfect.
outstanding. Like, for example, university culture, facilities, etc. I'm talking about the Kent International, yeah.
Perfect.
But the other thing they mentioned, that they say like they have like bounded us so much, like strict timetable. We are nearly 4 to 5 days on university, so
Yeah.
we don't really have time to work, and there is no time even to rest as well. So I just want to know about that. Is this something, I do understand, as you have rightly mentioned, that there is a lot of support mechanism available, especially for students who have low marks. Obviously, that is also it makes sense that the student who are a bit weak in academia, they need additional support in terms of academic or some seminars or workshop to cover their English communication or language prep, etc. But still, like, don't you feel that it would be too much actually? I mean, giving the timetable to student for 4 to 5 days actually, okay. And sometime obviously if we talk about students who are coming from like the countries like Pakistan, India, and etc. So obviously they would love to work as well part time, 20 hours per week, etc. to just to fulfill their pocket money. I do understand they already have enough funds in their bank account, but still it's psychologically, the student would love to gain some
Yes,
experience. It's not only about like for the pocket money, they want to get the real time experience as well while working in the
very
company
true.
in the British culture.
Very
So
true.
that was one of the concern that most of my students say that I mean, Mr. Sajid, we are extremely, I mean, it's overloaded timetable. So is this intentionally to just like to bound the student, or I mean, the practically it's there is a lot of support actually, and they are getting a lot from the university.
And in my opinion, Sajid bhai, this should be, if the timetable and the schedule is strict, so I think it should be strict, more strict for the students. Why? Because when it comes to the undergrad programs, we better know that a quality of student from our country, like in the students from the intermediate. Oh, if we talk about the OE level students, so they are good. But if we talk about intermediate students, and again, their caliber, their approach, and the study system in Pakistan, so they are not very much competitive. They are not very much up to that, standards which we are following in the UK and the British education. So again, to engage them, and again, yes, the confidence level, because the student when he's going from Pakistan, or a country where the culture is again, where the family system is very 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 strong, we can find in the Pakistan. And again, normally students came out from the combined family system, and they are very pampered kind of a child when it comes to the students from Pakistan. And when the student going from Pakistan to abroad, where he is on his own for all the time, and he is again not don't is not finding any kind of a support from the family, instead of the financial support only. There is no emotional support, there's no kind of support, in-person support. But again, yes, the financial support is there. But again, so in that scenario, student needs to grow, student needs to meet his all, student needs to grow on himself, on his own as well, definitely. And again, he need to compete all the things by himself. So for this thing, this is, and again, to engage himself into this culture, to engage himself into the studies, and again to meeting those standards, I think it is very important for them to engage them for 4 to 5 week, for 4 to 5 days in a week. And again, when it comes to the 4 or 5 days, it is all about, to engage them, for to complete their modules, complete their activities, complete their class assessments, and the presentations, and the coursework, etc. So for this thing, I think 4 to 5 days is again, it should be that thing, which is compulsory, which is important for the students to go for that. And again, by meeting, by meeting this 4 to 5 days schedule, I think the student can easily grab, or can early grip on their education skills. And again, he can easily meet and complete, because the minimum requirement is 70%, or 60 or 70% he needs to meet, when it is about the progression to the university, right?
Hmm.
So when it is about requirements, so we were talking about the 4 to 5 days schedule. So for that schedule, I think that schedule is pretty much fine for them, because they need to meet the requirement of 60 to 70% to progress to the university. And if they are not progressing to the university, they are not completing their degree on time, Sahid bhai. And if
Mhm.
they're not completing their degree on time, they are not capable, or they are not capable to go for the PSW.
Hmm.
They're not availing that PSW opportunity. So I think
Not
this is
yet.
good for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think the good thing about Oxford International, they have the multiple intakes. If we see
Yes.
mainstream universities, obviously they have majorly September and then the Jan. And if we see overall in Jan, I mean, most of the undergrad courses are not running. So the good option with Oxford International student have a lot of margin and flexibility. Actually, they want to start in summer or in September, March, or April, and
Very
so
true.
on. Now, and obviously, as we are working with Oxford International for the last many years, and we have seen that there is a wide range of scholarship as well. So,
Yes.
I mean, when we talk about the scholarship, obviously we are working with other pathways as well. I will not call the name, but I mean, I personally feel like there is a very good amount of scholarship Oxford International is offering, and that actually our student has achieved actually up to £6,000 scholarship, especially with the Kent International. And I
Yes.
believe this is a very handsome amount of you can say money that, and it give a lot of relief to the students as well. I mean, sometimes the students are confused once they will progress to the first, second, or third year, obviously with the same university. So the amount of scholarship that they have achieved on the foundation year, will it remain the same, or will there be any difference? And if there is another criteria, what is that?
Okay. Very well question, and very important question, I must say. So definitely before this, I would like to cover the intakes what we normally offer to the students. So the major intakes are September intake, and again the Jan intake, but now we have open more options for the students to apply to all of these universities in the UK. So after September, there is right now a November intake we are offering to the students, and again they still have the chance. And if they, like, we just got the results from FSC intermediate and the O levels as well, so there is a very good chance for the students, if they want to proceed for their undergrad programs to the UK, so they can apply to the November intake, and they can get admission in all these universities except Kent. Kent is not offering their courses in September, but we have all other options available for the students for November intake. The second major intake is Jan intake. So definitely a student who is not, who is not kind of a meeting of his requirement for November intake in terms of bank statement, in terms of getting their degree, in terms of getting their certificates, reference, or whatever. So they can easily and apply for Jan intake. So we have all the options available for students for Jan intake. And there is a range of programs we are offering for students. Either it is about engineering, it is about science, technology, biomedical sciences, business, whatever it is. So we are offering all these kind of programs to the students for Jan intake. After Jan intake, there is an April intake and then June intake as well. So throughout the year, there are so many intakes, and student can easily go and get the chance to get the admission in all these universities. Now, coming to the scholarship portion, you very well said that we are offering a very good and very generous kind of a scholarships to our students in all of our centers. So normally, if we talk about the Kent, we are offering a 6,000 up to 6,000 scholarship for the students, where the student can is any kind of a student from any background with any percentage, he can get and avail this scholarship via your platform, by choosing your platform. That if he's applying through HSBIT consultant, so we can easily offer him or grant him the scholarship up to 6,000 for Kent University, where the fee after scholarship would be around 12,000 only, right? So for Greenwich, the scholarship is up to 5,000 pounds, and the fee would be around 12,000. For Bradford, the scholarship would be around 4,500 pounds. Fee would be around 11,500. For De Montfort, the scholarship would be around 3,000 pounds, and the scholarship would be around and the fee would be around 12 to 13,000. For Bangor, the scholarship is around 6,000 pounds, and the fee would be around 12,000 pounds after scholarship. At Dundee, the scholarship is up to 7,000 pounds, and the fee would be around 11 and 12,000 after scholarship. For Edinburgh Napier, the scholarship is up to 4,000 pounds, and the fee would be around 11,500 and 12,000. So all the universities and all the campuses, all the perks are laying between 11 to 12,000 pounds. So now coming to the next portion of this question, that which is about the progression scholarship. So yes, and what is the criteria of that progression scholarship? So we are offering progression scholarship at our different centers. If we talk about the Kent, there is a progression scholarship of 16% of the next year fee, and the student will get this without any he just need to pass like the first year exam. He just need to pass the first year at the college, and if he's progressing to the university, he will be getting a 16% scholarship on progression year fee. Whatever the fee would be for the next year, he will be getting 16% of that fee as a scholarship. It is for the Kent. When it comes to the Greenwich, so at Greenwich, we normally offer the progression scholarship, which is around £3,000, and he can easily get. He just need to pass the course, very first year, and on progression he can get the scholarship to 3,000. When it comes to the De Montfort, we are not offering any kind of a progression scholarship there. But again, at Bradford, there is a scholarship of there is a progression scholarship of £4,000. Between it is between, I'm not sure, it is between £4,000 to £5,000 for the students, international students at Bradford. The student just need to pass the exam. So there is a progression scholarship at Bradford as well. At Bangor, yes, we normally offer the progression scholarship, and it is up to £3,000 for a student who is just passing the degree program at the college. When it comes to the Dundee University, student can get up to £5,000. So normally he is getting, I think, £3,000 to £4,000 if he is just passing the course, and if he is getting 70% marks and he's progressing with the 70% marks to the university program, he can get up to £5,000 scholarship. When it comes to the Edinburgh Napier University, it is two to £3,000 scholarship, progression scholarship we are offering for the different programs. So there is a wide range of progression scholarship we are offering at all of our centers except the Montfort University.
Thank you very much. I think it's very well explained, and this information was very important, I think, for all potential
Yes.
students. So thank you very much for that. I want to add up another question with this. So whatever the criteria you have mentioned, does it remain the same each academic year, or will there be any
Yeah,
changes?
yeah, of course. So all these progression scholarships are eligible, are available for all the 3 years degree programs. Like if
Excellent.
a student is going for the 4 years program, he will avail that for the next 3 years, and if a
Mhm.
student is applying for the 3 years program, he will avail the progression scholarship for the next 2 years. He need to pass. He need to pass the year. He need to pass the
Excellent.
academic year at least. Yes.
Asad bhai, I think I will ask one last question. Then
Sure.
we have a lot of questions from our potential
That's
students
great.
in the
That's
comments
great.
section. So
I'm
yeah.
not sure that how much traffic we are getting on. I can't see that, but
No,
again, that's okay.
there is a lot of traffic. Actually, I can see there are a lot of questions. It
That's
will.
perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. So obviously, if we talk about overall, I mean, the UK as a country and the changes in the immigration, and obviously there are so much actually going on. Protests are going on. Our new Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood, she made a just recent speech, and I mean, everyone is actually shaken. You know what's going on. She is clearly mentioned that, I mean, all the immigrants, obviously when the students comes here, especially when we talk about South Asian countries, we have seen a large number of students, they stay in this country, they get the experience, they settle down here, and obviously then they move on to the different, you can say, the industry sectors as well. It varies to countries. Obviously, your main role is for Pakistan. So, how you see this one overall? Like, for example, when there are some sort of immigration uses are going on at government level. So, overall, what really it impact on Oxford International, and how you see the market? Do you really see the comments that are coming from the parents or student side as well? Obviously, if we talk about the pathways, we can see the students are quite young learners, maybe like someone after 12th grade,
You're
so
right.
maybe at 18, 19 years old, they are not like in 30s, or you can say the 20.
Mhm.
Yeah. So obviously for these sort of the student, the parents role is very important. And even in our offices, when the students come, they come along with their parents as well, and they have so many questions: what will be the future of our student, and how you see, obviously, how the safe environment would be. Obviously, I'm living in the UK for the last 15 years, and I must say like that the country is highly diverse country. Obviously,
You're right.
everybody is fully respected. I mean, you have full freedom of speech as well. But still, obviously, I mean, the parents who are sending their, the children for the foreign studies. So how you see the overall this, you can say, the picture in the long run?
Said bhai, let me assure the students and the parents that there is nothing going to happen in the UK for with the genuine students. If somebody is genuine, and
Hmm.
he if he is going to UK for a study purpose only, there is nothing going to happen for that student with that student from the government side and from any side in the UK. So I there are two or three advices I would like to add for my students and for the parents. The point is that if you want to go for a study abroad, for say for example in the UK, if you have the proper financial capacity to support your student for the whole 3 and 4 years, then you should go and opt the option for him to study in the UK. Otherwise, I am not in the favor for the students to go to the UK without any financial support, because if you have a financial support, and if you have that kind of financial capacity, then definitely your child would be in the position to focus on his study all the times, and he will be completing his study within the given time. Otherwise, if the student would be a student with the pressure of that, I need to go and I need to find the job as soon as possible, I need to collect my fee, I need to support my parents in Pakistan, I need to support my siblings in the Pakistan, and I need to collect the money as soon as possible from any mean. So that will never help a student to complete his degree or to complete his duration in the UK. And again, that would be definitely guiding him, or leading him to definitely ultimately with the bad end, where he will be facing the different policies from the UKVI and the UK government, which they are doing right now with the immigrants who are not on with the right to stay in the UK. So ideally, if you are having a very good financial capacity, definitely there is nothing going to happen bad with your kid and with the child. So it is very open. UK is giving the visas right now. Our different students, our multiple students, even your students, we are who applied for the September intake, they are getting their visas on time. Even our most of our students are getting their visa in one day or in 2 day. So again, UK is issuing the visas. UK is offering the different study options to the students in Pakistan or in South Asia, whatever the country is. But UK is the second safest country in the second country in the world if we talk about education. First is UK, first is USA, and second one is UK. This is the safest university, safest city, or safest country as you are staying, as you are living in the UK from the last 15 years. So you are the better example. You are the best example for the students who wants to stay in the UK. Bradford, Kent, Greenwich. You just name the city, and the city is safe and very very well diverse and very well cultured. So this is the best option and opportunity for the students to go abroad. There is nothing to go. There is nothing bad going to happen for the students. Yes, UKVI will definitely going to be more strict with the progression rate, the registration rate, the progression rate, the degree passing criteria, and that is again with the universities. That is nothing to nothing to do with the students who are studying in the UK. So again, as a student, I need to just focus on my studies. I just need to complete my degree. I just need to focus on completing my degree on time. So again, I would like to add three more points which a student must need to know to avail his PSW. If a student wants to go, if a student is planning to study abroad in the UK, and again he wants to avail the PSW, there are three major points student need to know. That the very first point, that he should go into the okay, that he should complete the degree in the given year, given time and duration. Number one, like if a degree program is for 3 years, he need to complete his degree in 3 years, not 3.5 years and 4 years. Number one. Number two, he can't change the course during the degree program. If he is going for the masters for any program for engineering, he can't say that now I am not easy and comfortable with this program and I want to change my course into business. So he can't do that. He need to complete his degree within the given time he needs to complete his degree with the course he applied for. And again, he should not be involved in any of the false kind of an activities during his stay in the UK, and the criminal kind of activities during his stay in the UK. If he is meeting all these three conditions, then he is eligible for to avail the PSW. Otherwise, there is no PSW for the students. So this is an advice for the students to go and focus on their studies and complete the degree in their given duration and avail the PSW.
Thank you very much, Asad. You are absolutely right. I mean, 2 minutes. Even if we compare UK with other countries, I must say, like, this is one of the best country
Best country, yes.
in terms of diversity, in terms of individual freedom. Obviously, we can see there is so much going on even in US as well. I mean, even if you see if you see the UK history, they never ever like targeted any race, or you can
You're
say
right.
ethnicity,
Very
or
true.
any country. Like, for example, even we can see in the past couple of months, there was a news that more, I mean, some of the applicants from certain country, they apply for the asylum seekers, the
Ah,
application, etc. But I mean, 2 minutes, even after that, we haven't seen any like the major change. I mean, genuine student, there is no issue at all.
you're
You are
right. You're
absolutely right.
right.
And the government, the country itself, they always encourage that this is the best country for bright and genuine student. They come
Very
here,
true.
participate obviously in the community events, contribute to the society as well, and so on. Yeah. So thank you very much for that. So I think I'm all done. Let me move to the question set. There are some of the question I think you have already very well explained, but so maybe I will be skipping those one. But let me see what's going on here. Just a second. How's weather in Pakistan?
It's going to be changed, but again, still it's hot in Pakistan. But I'm sure that
Okay.
it is going to be changed.
Okay. I think you have
Soon.
already discussed what are the entry requirements for foundation year one and pre-master programs, I think.
Okay, so for foundation year, so to very quickly, minimum 50% you need to get in HS in your intermediate. If it is about your O levels, you can go and get if you are getting the grades between A to C, five passes between grade A to C, you can easily avail the opportunity to get into these universities. And when it is about the year one entry program, international year one entry program, it should be minimum 60%. uh, even at different centers, some of our centers we are accepting the students with 55% as well. So it is between 55% to 60%, or even above. You can go for international year one degree program, and with the 50% minimum you can go for 4 years degree program.
Okay, and most of the student they ask about the pre-master as well. Like
Yeah,
there is
for pre-masters, okay, for pre-masters program we also offer pre-masters options for at all of our centers. And the requirement is 4 years degree program with the 50%, or for even 50% is minimum, I think. So that I would not recommend to go for any 45 percentage. It should be 50% at their 4 years degree program. And again, the IELTS with 5.5 overall in each, they can apply for pre-masters program, and it would be for 2 terms. Like he will be
Mhm.
studying for the 2 terms for the pre-masters, and then again they will be proceeding to the master's program, and the CAS would be ICAS for pre-masters.
So once you say 2 terms, like what would be the duration of pre-master?
6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Yes.
And when we talk about academic entry requirements, obviously, from Pakistan, especially, students sometimes have the simple BA, sometimes they have associate degrees for 2 years, they have BCom for 2 years. So all these students are eligible for that.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, that at our centers for pre-masters and 2 terms pre-master program, the requirement is 4 years degree program with the
Mhm.
low percentage and with the low IELTS. But again, when it comes to students who are coming from this background, like who are having a 2 years degree, either it is BCom, BS, BA, ADP, we have the option for these kind of students at one of our center, which is Bradford University. And we normally offer a pre-masters program, which is for 1 term. And again, if a student is having a degree of 2 years,
Mhm.
and again with a percentage of 55%, and with the 3 years of relevant work experience, 2 years degree with 55% and 3 years of relevant work experience, he can apply for this pre-master's program to the UK at Bradford, and he can complete his degree by completing his pre-master in 3 months, and again completing his master program in one year. So it is a precast. It's an ICAS option, and again the very amazing thing about this that. The fee for this one-term pre-master would be around 5,000 after scholarship. This is a great opportunity for students who wants to go for pre-master's program, and he can get their degree in, and he can get he can get into the UK by paying only £5,000, and
That's
then
right.
they need to pay their master's fee as well.
Excellent. Thank you. Which region are the student currently on red list for admission or visa? Pakistan?
So normally for also international, we encourage the students from Punjab, from Karachi, but again from Islamabad, from Pindi kind of an areas. But again, we are not encouraging the students from AJK, from KPK, from interior Sindh and Balochistan. We are not accepting the students right now from these areas, but majorly we are recruiting the students from Punjab majorly, and again from Karachi in Sindh. So these are the regions, or these are the areas we are recruiting the students. And if let me add one more thing, that we are only accepting the English test, which is IELTS and PTE. We recommend the students to go for IELTS or PTE if they want to compete, if they want to get enrolled to any of these universities through Oxford International. So these are the only two tests, IELTS and PTE, we're accepting for our students from Pakistan.
Excellent. Thank you. The next question is PT requirements. I'm not sure.
PT requirements are different.
Yeah.
PT requirements are different for different students, for different centers. So ideally, it vary for different courses. Like if it is foundation program, so PT requirements would be different, and if it is the combined degree program, PT requirement would be different. So ideally, for single foundation programs, the PT requirement is between 48 to 43, 48 overall and 43 each. And if it is about combined degree programs, for 3 of our centers, the requirement is 51 overall in each, and for 4 of our centers, it is 59 overall in each. So it varies between 59, 51, and 48.
All right. So if one student have 4 years gap after HSC,
Ideal gap for intermediate students is 2 years and 6 months maximum. So we are accepting students with only 2 years and 2.5 years, with the gap of 2 and 2.5 years only. This is the maximum gap we're accepting for the students. And again, let me add for the information of students, that if somebody is applying with that kind of a gap of 4 years, 5 years, this is not beneficial for him at all by the visa perspective as well, because UKVA is gonna raise this as a red flag, and they can definitely inquire this kind of a gap, and there would be an interview and there would be a refusal. So there is no recommendation for the 4 years gap. Ideal gap is 2 years and 2.5 years maximum.
All right. Can student switch campuses or center after completing foundation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If a student is applying, or if a student has applied for the single foundation entry program, so the recommendation is to proceed into the same university. But again, yes, if a student is only studying for the foundation program, he can go to any other university after completing his foundation year degree. He can go to any other university. But if he is applying for the combined degree program, so there is a compulsion for him to complete his study from that university after 4 or 3 years.
Okay, from this question, one question came into my mind.
Yes, please.
Especially if the students are here less than 1 year in the UK, then they have to show the maintenance requirement as well. Okay, according to the UKVR rules. Yeah.
Technical point.
Yeah. So obviously, 12 months or over than that, then they don't really need any financial requirement. Secondly, we have seen sometimes the student has to go back to their home country and they need to
Yes.
reapply their visa for the
Yes.
progression degrees. and this normally happen when they have obviously 9 month or maybe even 9-10 month visas. So is there any way like to ensure that the student who already recruited by Oxford International and they come here even for a single foundation year, can the management make some sort of adjustment like their visa expiry and new course start date, they are in parallel?
Side by there is a very simple and straight formula for this kind of a question and query. So in if in the straight simple words, if a student is going to the UK in foundation program in September intake, so he needs to come back
Mm,
and apply to other university from the Pakistan. But
mm,
if he is applying to
mm,
any foundation program in January, so he can definitely apply to any university from the UK. So it's a very
mhm,
simple formula. If it's from September, so they need to come back to Pakistan. If it is from Jan intake, so they can apply to university by keeping themselves in the UK.
mhm. I think those who start foundation year in Jan, they can
Yeah,
start year one in
yeah,
September, the same year if
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah. So ideal. What is the formula? Formula is that if a student, if a duration between the degree completion and the next degree started is 28 days, so then he
Mhm,
can apply from the UK. And if it
mhm.
is more than 28 days, they need to come back
Exactly.
to their home country. This is the simple formula. But again, for the students, if they're applying from for September intake, they need to come back. If they're applying through for the Jan intake, they can apply within the UK.
Mhm. I would like to highlight one of the example here. One of my student who started the foundation year last year in September, and the Kent International didn't offer any like sort of progression. They said that you have to go back to your home country, apply in
Mhm.
January next year. But the same student apply, I think, Birmingham City University College. He got the unconditional letter out from there. He paid the fee over there, and obviously successfully he will be getting visa as well. So I'm just thinking that in this way, sometimes we lose our students. Who we
So he came back to Pakistan, right?
no, he will apply from there because he's over there for the last 12 months in the UK. You know,
Okay.
yeah. So the university has accepted, but obviously the Kent hasn't accepted that student. So I don't know what was the reason. So.
So maybe, but ideally, would I have an idea about this program? I think so that it is that again the duration is again more than it should be less than 9 months. If it is January, so he can apply from within the UK, and if it is more than 9 months, so he needs to come back definitely.
All
Or
right.
the or that 28 days criteria, it
Mm,
applies everywhere.
mm,
The degree start date and the degree completion date. If the gap is between 20 is more than 28 days, he need to come back.
mm,
If it is the gap is within the 28 days, he can apply within the UK.
mm. All right. This question is, I think, we are putting on your shoulder as well. And
Mock interview or preparation support for students before the UKVI interview. So here, here comes your counselor and the HSBIT who provide you the best services for your interview trainings and for your counseling, that how you need to tackle and how you need to prepare the interview, how you need to respond to different questions from the UKVI if God forbid and there is an interview. So how you need to handle that interview, how you need to respond to the interviewer, and what are the basic criteria. So this is the portion, or this is the point where the expertise come from your counselor, and which is HSBIT. From the platform we are discussing the things today, the points today. So
no, no,
it comes to the HSBIT. So it is your call, your point. Your job.
that we are already doing. There is no
Yeah.
doubt in that. But the question is, do you guys also provide some sort of support? Because there are so many universities, they say like, okay, if student, we can do the mock session or we can
We
prepare
can
the.
do that, no problem. We can do that anytime. It is all it is all about the mutual understanding and the coordination between us,
Excellent.
between you and us. So definitely, if you want, if you feel
Mm,
for any student that if we need to go for the mock interview for that student, definitely we are available to support you every time.
thank you. Here is another question for you. Please go ahead with that.
Do foundation or extended master students have access to the same career services, internship, and employer networking opportunities? Yes, definitely. Why not? Why not? They are studying within the university. They are studying within the university premises. They are the part of university. They are having the same university student card, and again, all the facilities. A student from the universities is enjoying, a student from our side, from the colleges, will be enjoying the same facilities.
I think this is very, very
Our
important question. Sometimes we also struggle as well. So if you can give some.
our installment option available for paying the remaining tuition fees. So ideally, no. And I would never support this installment option for our students from Pakistan, because as I told you, that if a student is financially strong, so he need to apply to the UK. So ideally, for our students, I recommend, or our policy is that if a student wants to go for the 4 year, 3 years degree program for the undergrad programs, he need to pay the full year fee before the CAS for all of our centers, right? We normally offer we normally offer different options to pay the minimum amount of 9,000, where a student can pay the 9,000 pounds amount as a fee for to get the cash. And again, still, if he is paying 9,000 pounds and getting the cash, and the full fee is 12,000, he need to pay the remaining 3,000 before the enrollment. So there is a 1 or 2 months gap between between this transition, and again, between getting the cash and to get into the class. So if somebody is paying 9,000, after 2 months he need to pay the remaining 3,000. So ideally, I would suggest and I would advise my students to go and pay the full fee before the cash. Why? Because by paying the full fee at once, you will be you will be having no issues for the rest of the years. Nobody will be asking you about the fee. You will be clearly, completely focusing on your studies, and you will be completing your degree on time, and you will be enjoying that life. You will not be feeling the pressure to get the job. You will not be feeling the pressure to get the job early. That you will not be focusing on your studies instead of finding the job. So if you have paid the full fee, there is no issue, or there is no option on your head or in your mind to get the job as soon as possible instead of getting the classes. It will affect your time, it will affect your studies, it will affect your progression, class completion, course completion. So it will affect all the things. So I am not in the favor of paying the installments or the fee, half fee before the class.
That's very true. Thank you very much. That. Are there any specific bank whose bank statement is not accepted by the Oxford International?
Yes, there are two centers at Oxford International who are, not accepting the bank statements from some of the banks from Pakistan. One center is Greenwich, and the second one is Edinburgh Napier. So, if you want me to discuss the bank names, if you want me to name the banks, I can do that, side by. What do you think?
No, I think you can. I mean, you can tell us, and there is no issue
Yeah,
with
no
that.
problem. For Edinburgh Napier University, they are the banks. We're not accepting the bank statements. There is United Bank, MCB, National Bank of Pakistan, Allied Bank, and Faisal Bank. These are the banks we are not accepting the bank statements from these banks for Edinburgh Napier. And when it comes to the Greenwich, there is there are some banks we are not accepting the statement, and it is the Trust Bank, the Mizan Bank, United Bank, and MCB. So at these two centers, we are not accepting the statements from these banks. Otherwise, for rest of the centers, there is no issue with any of the bank from
It's
Pakistan
very good
except
name.
Trust Bank.
It's very good name, Trust Bank, and you guys are not accepting.
Yeah, you better know that the Trust Bank.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I think you have already answered this one, pre-master.
Munir Subhani Saab has asked the question, sir. The
Yeah,
great Munir Saab. He has asked the question. So I
yeah.
think we should we should answer this thing. Can students who have completed 2 year ADP
Yeah.
ADP apply for pre-master? I told you earlier, with the 3 year with the 3 years of relevant work experience, and with 55 percentage in the last degree, he can apply for the pre-master program at Bradford International College.
I think this is another very important question.
SSC, yes, we're not accepting SSC students, the matriculation students. Unfortunately, but I think so. I think this as unfortunate that we are not accepting the students from SSC. The minimum criteria should be intermediate. The minimum criteria should be O and A levels, because I don't think so that our student at matric level is mature enough to go and study abroad on that level. I think there is one of the pathway in the market who are accepting the students
Yeah.
from SSC, but again we are not accepting.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, two of our student, even one in this September, he just came now, I think, in one of the pathways in London. So, yeah, I mean, 2 minutes, they even charge a very high fee as well. So, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, we can accept. We normally accept the students who are under 18, and you just need to fill a form, and we have a form under 18 policy form, and you just need to complete the form. And yes, we can accept the students under 18 as well.
Another one.
If a student passed the pre-cast interview but defers to the next intake, do then okay. So these are the technical questions Munisa was asking there. So ideally, if a student has passed the interview and a difference between the interview and the next intake is less than 6 months, so we can accept that interview for the next intake. But again, if it is more than 6 months, so we can't accept the interview, or he needs to appear for the interview again. Like if a student is applying for the September intake, and if he's deferring to the Jan intake, so we can accept his previous interview. But if he's moving from January to September, so he needs to appear for the interview again.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think there is quite big gap.
Yes.
Actually. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Do
Very
students
well.
need to travel back to Pakistan after completing the foundation? I explained this earlier. Is there any college that provides language test waiver for O levels and A levels? Very good question. Very important question. If a student is applying to any combined degree program, any ICAS, where the student is going for 3 or 4 years program, and a student is from the O levels background with the minimum grade of C in English, there is English language waiver for that student from all the centers. But it only applies to the combined degree programs. It never applies to the single foundation year degree program. So for any integrated CAS, if a student is from O levels background and if he's having a grade of C in English language, there is an English language waiver for him for any of the integrated course.
Excellent. Asilbhai, I think pretty much we have covered all the questions. There are some of the recommendation for your very informative session. It's very informative, quality session. Thank you, sir. Muhammad.
Welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much. It's really honor for me as well to come and discuss the things with you. And thank you so much for giving me the time and having me to be the part of this discussion. And I'm very much sure that this discussion would be beneficial for our students who are ready to apply for November and Jan intakes. So admissions are open. There are very good scholarships we are offering. We are offering, all the options for undergrad programs at all of our centers. I would encourage you people. There is no issue. There's no restriction from the UK. There is no restriction from the UK government. Admissions are open. Fees are very attractive. Just go and apply and avail the opportunity for November and Jan intake.
That's very true. That's very true. Asilbhai, is there anything that you want to add up overall for potential student or anything related to Oxford International?
As I am now talking, the discussion is from the panel from the platform organized by HSI consultants. I would recommend the students to go and visit HSI nearest office in Pakistan, because they are our trusted partner, and they're working with us from the last 3 and 4 years now. With Oxford International, they're into the market from last 10 to 15 years now. They have very good history with the students who are now currently studying in the UK, and again who are now on a very good different positions in their professional careers after completing their degree. So the HSI consultant has a very good and very strong background, and they are our potential partners, trusted partners. So I would recommend the students to visit their nearest offices as soon as possible, because the deadlines are near. The time is short for November and for Jan intake. So I suggest you people to visit the offices ASAP, and to get their support for your undergrad and postgrad programs.
Thank you very much, Asad Bhai. I personally am so humbled to have you into the session. Thank you very much for your
I'm
time.
honored. I'm
And
honored.
obviously all your Oxford team as well. Obviously, we do have the WhatsApp group. We sometimes communicate with them. We seek their help as well. So we are really pleased to work with you, with your group as well. We have very good experience, working experience with you,
Thank you
and
so much.
myself, my whole team actually, Mr. Munir and so on. They really appreciate your support, and obviously your recent, you can say, the promotion is also one of the things that the working relationship, the hard work that you are putting in place, that is the testament of your, you can say, the support that you are giving to all partner agencies and obviously to the
Thank you
students
so
as
much.
well. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much for the kind words, Said Bhai. It is really an honor for me, and I am really honored and blessed to be a part of this kind of a discussion. And again, I am very much sure and looking forward to work with you for the next upcoming years with a very good numbers for our all the centers. And I encourage you, and I assure you our full support for your team and for your all of the offices. And I encourage you people to go and get more maximum numbers for our centers. And I wish you all the best of luck. Wish you all the
Thank you.
very best
Thank
of
you
luck.
very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. So I can wind up now. Dear international students, like Asad has said, we are one of the trusted partner of Oxford International. We have 3 offices in Pakistan, in Sargodha, Faisalabad, and Karachi. Please feel free if you have any question. Even if you will be leaving any question in the comment section, we will definitely reply you back. All right. Otherwise, you can visit our local offices. We are a British Council certified agency. Not only during your study time, even once you have completed your studies, you can communicate with us. Like, we can help and support you. We can provide you voluntarily support in any aspect of your life. Either it's about like settling in the UK, it's about the working rights, or even, for example, you need some sort of the experience and you need some guidance like academically. We have a lot of students even who are actually teaching in some of the UK universities and colleges. As you have seen in our last session with the University of Wolverhampton, one of our student actually, he's working over there as a visiting lecturer. So you can see, like, all the German students, those students who have goals and objectives before they apply for the UK, obviously they would be successful and they will be getting right skills from the centers of Oxford International. So thank you very much once again, all of you. You have listened me. I'm sorry if there was any question we have missed, but I'm sure we have answered all the questions. So thank you once again and see you soon. So thank you,
Thank
Asad
you.
bhai.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.